नमस्कार विद्यार्थी मित्रों, सीईटी एक्झामसाठी माझा हा मॅथमॅटिक्सचा पेपर 2019 ची एक्झाम जे विद्यार्थी देते त्यांच्यासाठी निश्चितच हा पेपर तुम्हाला आवडेल. या पेपरमध्ये सर्व प्रकारचे एक्झाम्पल्स येते विथ एक्सप्लेनेशन. चला तर सुरू करूया. मॅथमॅटिक्स मॉडेल पेपर 1. A radar complex consists of the 8 units. Total operate independently. The probability that a unit detects an incoming missile is 0.9. Then the probability that an incoming missile will not be detected by any unit. Now we'll see the answer of this. That x is equals to the number of the units. P is equals to the probability that a unit detects an incoming missile. And that is P is equals to 0.9. It is a 9 upon 10. Now next. Now here we have that is a P is equals to 9 by 10 and therefore Q is equals to 1 minus P. That is equals to 1 minus 9 upon 10 and that is equals to 1 upon 10. Therefore Q is equals to 1 upon 10. Also we have that is there are the 8 units, that is n is equals to 8. Therefore X follows the binomial distribution 8, the value of the n and the P 9 by 10. The probability mass function of the X is given as the P of capital X is equals to small x. Ncx P raised to x into Q raised to n minus x. Therefore P of x is equals to 8cx 9 upon 10 bracket raised to x 1 upon 10 bracket raised to 8 minus x, and where x takes the value 0, 1, 2, 3 up to the 8. Now if incoming missile will not be detected by any unit, then x is equals to 0. That is P of 0 is equals to P of 0 8c0 into 9 upon 10 bracket raised to 0, 1 upon 10 raised to 8 minus 0, and that is equals to 1 upon 10 raised to 8, and hence option C is the correct one. Now next, the question is second question. If x is equals to e raised to t plus e raised to minus t upon 2 and y is equals to e raised to t minus e raised to minus t upon 2, then find dy by dx. Now this is the example from the parametric derivative. Therefore we'll first of all, that is x is equals to e raised to t plus e raised to minus t upon 2. Now differentiate. Dx upon dt, the derivative of e raised to t is e raised to t and derivative of e raised to minus t is a minus e raised to minus t upon 2. And y is equals to e raised to t minus e raised to minus t, again the differentiation. That e raised to t, derivative is e raised to t minus e raised to minus t. Its a derivative is a plus e raised to minus t. That is minus minus become plus here. Now we want to find out the dy by dx, and that is the dy by dx is equals to e raised to t plus e raised to minus t whole divided by 2, and this divided by 2 and the whole divided by e raised to t minus e raised to minus t upon 2. And now what's happening here? This is the x and this is y. Therefore dy by dx is equals to x upon y, and hence the option B is the correct one. Now next, now question number 3, it is again from the differential equation. The differential equation of the family of the parabolas as having the lattice rectum 4a and the axis parallel to the x-axis, that is, suppose that this is the parabola whose axis is x-axis and its vertex is hk. Then the form of the differential equation, let hk be the vertex of the parabola. Equation of the parabola is y minus k bracket square is equals to 4a in bracket x minus h. Now differentiate this with respect to x. Now here there are the two arbitrary constant h and k, and therefore the order of the differential equation must be the 2. Now we'll differentiate this on both sides. That is y minus k bracket square differentiate, that is the 2 times y minus k into ddx of the y minus k, that is the 2 times y minus k into dy by dx. Again also the differentiation on the right hand side. The derivative of x is 1. Now next, now here after the first differentiation, that is the 2 in bracket y minus k into dy by dx is equals to 4a into 1. This is the equation number 1. Now again differentiate with respect to x. Here we will apply the product rule. That is the 2 times. Now here is we find the derivative of y minus k, which is the dy by dx into this dy by dx plus 2 in bracket y minus k into the derivative of the dy by dx, the d2y by dx. And on the right hand side there is a constant which is a 4a. The derivative of constant is 0, and therefore dy by dx of brackets where these 2 get cancelled on both sides. That is the dy by dx bracket square plus y minus k into d2y by dx will equals to 0. and also from the 1, the what is the value? That is a y minus k is equals to 4a upon 2 into dy by dx, and hence that is a y minus k is equals to 2a upon dy by dx, and therefore its value is put this value in the equation number 2. Therefore dy by dx bracket square plus 2a whole divided by dy by dx into dy by dx square equals to 0, and simplify this. Therefore the required differential equation is the dy by dx bracket q plus 2a into dy by dx square equals to 0. Now next problem is from the matrices. That is, if a is equals to in cos square alpha, cos alpha, sin alpha, and the cos alpha, sin alpha, sin square alpha, and the beta is equals to, or the b is equals to cos square beta, cos beta, and sin beta, cos beta, sin beta, sin square beta are the two matrices such that the product AB is a null matrix. Then what will the value of the A and B? That is, if I first find out their product matrix, the given matrix are 2 by 2 order. The final matrix is also 2 by 2, and that's why we can get this. That this is the first matrix, A matrix, and the first alpha matrix, and the second is a beta matrix. Now from this first row into first column, first row, second column, that will be the second element of the first row. Then we will apply this second row to the first column of the second matrix, and that is the first element of the second row, and the last is that is the second row and the second column, that is the last element, that is the A22. Now we'll see how the product there forms. If you multiply it, then you will get that is a cos square alpha into cos square beta plus cos of alpha sin of alpha dot cos of beta and the sin of beta. For the next, that is a cos square alpha dot into cos of beta and the sin of beta plus cos alpha dot sin alpha and the sin square beta. This is the first element, that is, this is called the A11 element, and this is A11, A12. And again, this is the A21 element, and this is the A22 element. Now, if you see this from these two elements, we have the common term. Which is common term? That is the cos alpha and the cos beta is a common term. Then in bracket you will get the cos of alpha, cos of beta, and in the second bracket you will get the sin alpha and the sin of beta, and that is nothing but the expansion of the cos of alpha minus beta. And in the similar way, from these two terms we get the cos alpha and the cos beta common, and then this is nothing but the expansion of the, again, remaining term is the expansion of the cos of alpha minus beta. And for the next elements, again it is a sin alpha sin cos beta is common, and next is a cos of alpha minus beta, and the last one is that is a sin alpha sin beta and the cos of alpha minus beta. Now their product is the null matrix, means what you have, you must have this 0 0. Then when this 0 0 is possible, that is the cos of alpha minus beta is equals to 0. That is alpha minus beta is equals to 0. That is alpha minus beta is must be the odd multiple of the pi by 2. Then and then it will become 0. Therefore the answer is alpha minus beta must be the odd multiple of the pi by 2. Now the question number 5 is which depends on the Rolle's theorem. That is, in case of the, now again this question is from the Rolle's theorem. That is, f of x is equals to x square minus 5x plus 9 and x belongs to the closed interval 1 to 4 is verified on the closed interval 1 to 4. Then what is the value of the c? That's very simple one. That is, if f of x is a continuous on the closed interval real valued function, then f of x is a continuous on the closed interval ab, and it is a differentiable on the open interval ab, and also such that is the f of b is equals to f of a. Then there exists a c belongs to that open interval ab such that f dash of c that is equals to 0, f dash of c is equals to 0, and in this way we can solve this. The function f given as f of x is equals to x square minus 5x plus 9 is a polynomial. Polynomial function, hence it is always continuous polynomial function on a closed interval and differentiable on the open interval, that is 1 to 4. We will find out the value of f of 1, that is the 5, and the f of 4, which is again the 5. It means that this condition is also satisfied. F of b is equals to f of a. And next, It means that the function f satisfies all the conditions of the Rolle's theorem. There exists a C belongs to closed open interval 1 to 4 such that f dash of C is equals to 0. Now f of x is equals to x square minus 5x plus 9. It's a derivative f dash of x is equals to ddx of x square minus 5x plus 9. And it's a derivative of 2x minus 5. Therefore f dash of C is equals to 2x minus 5. F dash of C is equals to 0 gives that is a 2c minus 5 equals to 0. Therefore C is equals to 5 by 2 and that C. This belongs to the open interval one, hence the Rolle's theorem is verified also, and the value of the C is 5 by 2. Now next question is also easy. The joint equation of the pair of lines through the origin and making an equilateral triangle with the line x is equals to 3. Now see this is x is equals to line, x is equals to 3 is the line, and we find that is we have the line passes through this origin and they makes the equilateral triangle. That is the measure of this angle is 90, 60 and this must be the 30 and 30. That is this first line makes an angle of 30 degree and the second line makes an angle of 150 degree. That is here is 150. And therefore we will find out the equation of second line, that is it's makes an angle of that is a minus 30 degree and the first line makes an angle of 30 degree. Now we'll find out the equation of the line, first line and the second line, which makes an angle of 30 degree and minus 30 degree with the x-axis. Now see this. Let OA and the OB be the lines through the origin and making an angle of the 60 degree with the line x is equals to 3. OA and the OB makes an angle of the 30 and the 150 with the positive direction of the x-axis. The slope of OA, that is a tan 30 is equals to 1 by root 3 and the equation of the OA is y is equals to mx which passes through the origin, therefore is y is equals to 1 upon root 3x. That is x is equals to root 3y. Now the second equation, the slope of the second line is that is a 150 and therefore that is a 150 can be tan of the pi minus 30. And whenever there is a pi angle, the function remains as it is. Tan goes in second quadrant, and that is it has a minus sign. Tan of kotla quadrant is the second. In the second quadrant, tan is a negative. Therefore, minus tan of 30 that is equals to minus 1 upon root 3. Therefore, the equation of the line OB is y is equals to minus 1 upon root 3x. Therefore, x is equals to that is a x plus root 3y equals to 0. That is the equation. Therefore, the second equation is x plus root 3y equals to 0. Therefore, their joint equation is x minus root 3y into x plus root 3y equals to 0. And that is a x minus 3y square equals to 0. And the hence option C is the correct one. Now, next question is also easy one. That is if the sine inverse in bracket 1 minus x is equals to 2 sine inverse of x is equals to 5 by 2. Then what is the value of the x? That is the sine inverse of 1 minus x minus 2 sine inverse of x is equals to 5 by 2. Now see this. That is the sine inverse of 1 minus as it is and equals to 5 by 2 plus 2 sine inverse of x. And therefore, that is the 1 minus x is equals to sine of pi by 2 plus 2 sine inverse of x. Now what is the sine of 90 plus theta? That is the cos of 2 times sine inverse of x. Now here is the 1 minus x, that is the cos of 2 sine inverse of x. Therefore, 1 minus x is equals to. Now here is the cos of 2 times theta. And what is the cos of 2 times theta? That is nothing but the 1 minus 2 sine square theta. And that is we write here. That is the 1 minus 2 sine inverse of x and bracket square. Here is the formula. But what is the value of that is a 1 minus x. And the value of this is sine inverse of sine x. That is the value is x and it's a bracket square means what? X square. That is a 1 minus x is equals to 1 minus 2x square. Now here is a simple quadratic equation which is the 2x square minus x equals to 0. Take x as a common, then you will get x in bracket 2x minus 1. Therefore x is equals to 0 is one solution and x is equals to 1 upon 2 is the second solution. Now here when x is equals to 0 or x is equals to 1 upon 2, when x is equals to 1 upon 2, then you will have that is LHS sine inverse of 1 minus x minus 2 sine inverse of x. Put the value of x is equals to 1 upon 2. Sine inverse of 1 minus 1 upon 2 means what? Sine inverse of 1 upon 2 minus sine inverse of 1 upon 2. Now what is the value of sine inverse of? That is a Sin inverse of 1 upon 2 means what? Sin of pi by 6. And here is a sin inverse of 1 upon 2. And again, that is, you will get the value. That is a sin inverse of 1 upon 2 minus 2 sin inverse of 1 upon 2. That is nothing but the minus sin inverse of 1 upon 2. And here we substitute that. That is 1 upon 2 means what? Sin of pi by 6. That is a sin inverse of sin of pi by 6. And that is equals to minus pi by 6, which is not equals to pi by 2, and hence x is equals to 0 is the correct answer. Now next question is from the line, that is, if the line x minus 1 upon minus 3 y minus 2 upon 2k equals to z minus 3 upon 2, and the x minus 1 upon 3k and y minus 5 upon 1, z minus 6 upon minus 5 are at the right angles, then find the value of the k. Now the direction ratios of the lines are a1 is minus 3, b1 is a 2k, c1 is a 2, and a2 is a 3k, b2 is 1, and c2 is a minus 5. Since the lines are perpendicular, therefore a1 into a2 plus b1 into b2 plus c1 c2 equals to 0. And simply substitute the values, and then you will get the k is equals to minus 10 upon 7, and hence the option B is the correct one. Now next problem is from the integration, that is I is equals to integral dx upon in under root of 15 plus 4x minus 4x square. Now what's happening here? That is I is equals to integral dx upon in under root of 15 plus 4x minus 4x square. Now take the 4 as common, then you will get that is 1 upon 2 here. The integral dx upon 15 upon 4 plus x minus x square. Now this is the second term. Take the minus sign as common. This is the second term, that is a 1 divided 1 upon 2. That will be the second term. And its a square is 1 by 4. Therefore, add and subtract the 1 by 4. Now actually we are doing here minus subtraction and the plus here. That is 1 by 15, 15 by 4 plus 1 upon 4. That is a 16 by 4, and that is nothing but the 4. And this is a perfect square. That is a x minus 1 upon 2 bracket square. And then you will get the formula of the sine inverse. That is a integral dx upon in under root of a square minus x square. You can solve this. Now see the solution of this, that is I is equals to 1 upon 2 integral dx in under root of 15 upon 4 plus 1 by 4 minus x minus 1 upon 2 bracket square, and that is nothing but the 4 minus x minus 1 upon 2 bracket square. This 4 is, that is a 2 square, that is a 1 upon 2 integral dx in under root of 2 bracket square minus x minus 1 upon 2 bracket square, and this is nothing but the sine inverse of x upon a plus c. And after the simplification, you will get 1 upon 2 sine inverse of 2x minus 1 upon 4 plus c, and hence the option C is the. Now the next problem is from the approximation, that is application of the derivative. The approximate value of the tan inverse, that is 1.001 is. Now which will be the value? The function is f of x is equals to tan inverse of x, and its a derivative is 1 upon 1 plus x square. Now what is the value of this a? That is a is equals to 1 and h is equals to 0.01. Therefore a is equals to 1, h is equals to 0.001. F of a is equals to, means what? F of 1, tan inverse of 1. But what is the value of tan inverse of 1? Is pi by 4. Now next, we apply the formula, that is f of a plus h is equals to f of a plus h into f dash of a. In the next page, f dash of a is equals to f dash of 1, that is 1 upon 1 plus x square, x is replaced by a is 1, and that is equals to 1 upon 2, therefore f dash of 1 is equals to 1 upon 2. The formula for the approximation is f of a plus h approximately equals to f of a plus h into f dash of a. That is the tan inverse of 1.001 is equals to f of 1.001. That is f of 1 plus 0.001 into f dash of 1. That is f of 1 means what? Pi by 4 plus 0.001 into 1 upon 2, and that is nothing but the pi by 4 plus 0.0005, and hence the answer is, that is pi by 4 plus 0.0005, and hence option D is correct. Now next problem, that is let x is equals to the time in the minutes, that is elapses between the bell and the end of the lecture in case of a college professor. Suppose that x has the PDF, that is the product distribution function f of x is equals to 3 upon 8x square, where x lies between the 0 to, otherwise it is 0. Then what is the probability that the lecture ends within the 2 minutes of the bell ringing? That is, it's a very simple one. The required probability, that is p of capital X is less than or equal to 2. Within, therefore it is less than or equal to 2, and its integration is minus infinity plus infinity f of x dx. Now solve this. Substitute the value of this f of x. that is integral minus infinity to, it can be written as minus infinity to 0 f of x dx plus 0 to 2 f of x dx. But what is the value of this? This otherwise 0. This 0. Therefore 0 to 2 f of x dx, and substitute the value of, this is the f of x, that is the 3 by 8 x square. That is, its integral is x cube upon 3, that is the 3 by 8 into 1 upon 3, 3 get cancelled, x cube 0 to 2. Substitute the value, or the replace x is equals to 2. That is 1 by 8, 2 raised to 3 minus 0, and that is 8 upon 8, which is equals to 1. And hence the option C is correct. Now next question is from the trigonometry, that is in triangle ABC. This happens, that is the 2 in curly bracket a sin square c by 2 plus c sin square a by 2. Then what is its value? Now see this, that is a 2 a sin square c by 2 plus c sin square a by 2. Here we will apply the formula. That is a 2a, and that is a 2 sin square c by 2 and the c 2 sin square a by 2. What is the value? Formula, that is a 2 sin square c by 2 is nothing but the 1 minus cos of c, and the 2 sin square a by 2 is 1 minus cos of b. Now substitute the value of the cosine formula. Cos of c is equals to, that is a square plus b square minus c square upon 2ab, and the cos of a, that is the b square plus c square minus a square upon 2bc, that is the cosine rule, and simplify. Then you will get the answer. Now after simplification, that is the a in bracket 2ab minus a square minus b square plus c square upon 2ab plus c in bracket, that is the 2bc minus b square minus c square plus a square upon 2bc. And after the simplification, then you will get, that is the a plus c minus b. Therefore the option A is the correct one, which is a plus c minus b. Now we see the next example. Now it is also from the parametric differentiation, that is the question number 13. That is differentiate a sin of t with respect to, that is a cos of t plus log of tan of t by 2. Now x is equals to, that is a cos of t plus log of tan of t by 2. Differentiate this with respect to t. The derivative of cos of t is a minus sin of t, and derivative of log of tan of t by 2 is a 1 upon tan of t by 2. And the derivative of tan is a sec square t by 2 into the derivative of t by 2 is a 1 upon 2. Now again simplify this, that is the dx upon dt a minus sin t, and again the simplification, that is the 1 upon tan of t by 2. Now here the sec square t by 2, it becomes a cos square t by 2 into 1 upon 2. Now again, what is the value of tan? Tan is what, sin of t by 2 upon cos of t by 2, these two get cancelled. Then again one more trigonometry, that is the sin of 2 times theta is equals to 2 sin theta into cos theta. What's happening here? That is a 2 sin t by 2 into cos of t by 2. It becomes sin of t. Therefore again we will simplify it. Now see this. That is same thing is done here. That is a in bracket minus sin t plus 1 upon 2 sin of t by 2 cos of t by 2. This is nothing but the sin of t. Now simplify this, becomes sin t into sin t, that is a sin square t. That is 1 minus sin square t upon sin of t. It is nothing but the cos square t. That is a cos square t upon the sin of t. Also, that is we have the y is equals to a sin of t. Then differentiate, there is a dy by dt, a cos of t, and therefore that is a dy by dx is equals to dy by dt upon dx upon dt. And after simplification, you are getting the, that is a tan t, that is a cos of t upon a cos square t upon sin t. And then you will get after simplification, that is the tan t, which is option C is the correct one. Now this question is from the straight line. That is a joint equation of a pair of lines passing through the joint equation of the pair of lines parallel to the line 3x plus 4y equals to 0, which are at a distance of 1 unit from the origin. Then what is that joint equation? Now the lines are parallel, therefore the slope of this line is, that is y is equals to mx. We can substitute, that is y is equals to minus 3 by 4x. Therefore slope is minus 3 by 4. Now next L1 with the line parallel to this line, that is 3x plus 4y equals to 0. It is at a distance of 1 unit, that is the slope of this line is also is a minus 3 by 4. It's a y-intercept of the line is, let it with the c. Then what will that equation? Now see this. Now the equation of the line L1 is, that is the y is equals to mx plus c, and now simplify this, that is the 4y is equals to minus 3x plus 4c. Since it is at a distance of the 1 unit from the origin, that is the 0, 0, and the distance of this line from the origin, that is we can express, that is a 3x plus 4y minus 4c equals to 0. Then x and y both are replaced by the 0, that is a 3 into 0 plus 4 into 0 minus 4c upon the coefficients of the x and y their square. That is in under root of the coefficient of x means what? 3 square plus 4 square equals to 1. That is a mod of minus 4c upon 5 equals to 1. And if we draw their modulus sign, then you will get the 4c is equals to plus or minus 5. And that is a value. There are the two lines whose separate equations are. We can write it like this. The value of the c is equals to, or the 4c is equals to plus or minus 5. That is a 3x plus 4y minus 5 equals to 0. And the second line is a 3x plus 4y. The value of the again the 4c is plus 5. That is equals to 0. And their joint equation can be written as, that is a 3x minus 3x plus 4y minus 5 into 3x plus 4y plus 5 equals to 0. And from their product, you will get their joint equation. Therefore, the option B is the correct one, which is a 9x square plus 24xy plus 16y square minus 25 equals to 0. Now next, if the function defined by, that is f of x is equals to root 3 minus tan x upon pi minus 3x for x is not equals to pi by 3 and equals to k for x is equals to pi by 3. Then what is the value of the k? That is, the given function is a continuous. Therefore, we write here, that is limit of the function is equals to the value of the function, limit x tends to pi by 3 f of x, limit x tends to pi by 3 root 3 minus tan x upon pi minus 3x. Now apply the L-Hospital rules. Now what is the L-Hospital rules? That is the differentiate numerator and the denominator separate. That is the derivative of the root 3 is 0 and derivative of the minus tan x is sec square x. And the derivative of pi is 0 minus 3x is a minus 3. Now as the limit extends to pi by 3. Now what is the sec square pi by 3? And its value is, that is the 2 and the 2 square, which is the 4 by 3, and hence the option D is a correct one. Now the question number 17, that is if y is equals to in bracket x plus in under root of x square minus 4 bracket is to 4. Then what is the value of the same? That is a x square minus 1 into d2y by dx square plus 6 into dy by dx is equals to m square y. That is y is equals to in bracket x plus in under root of x square minus 1 bracket is to 4. Now differentiate this with respect to x. Dy by dx is equals to 4 in bracket x plus in under root of x square minus 1 bracket is to 3 into ddx of x plus in under root of x square minus 1. The derivative of x is 1 and the derivative in root of x square minus 1 is 1 upon 2 in root of x square minus 1 into ddx of x square minus 1, which is 2x. And after the simplification, then you will get the terms like this. That's the dy by dx is equals to 4. Now there is the term bracket is to 3 and this is a bracket is to 1. That is, it becomes a 4 in bracket x plus in under root of x square minus 1 bracket is to 4 upon in under root of x square minus 1. And this term is nothing but the y, and it is a 4 1 divided by in under root of x square minus 1. Now next become dy by dx is equals to 4y in under root of x square minus 1. This divided by term becomes here multiplied, that is a in root of x square minus 1 into dy by dx is equals to 4y. Squaring on both sides, then you will get in bracket x square minus 1 dy by dx bracket square is equals to 16y square. Now differentiate on both sides, that is a in bracket 1 minus a square dy by dx bracket square, that is a 2 dy by dx into ddx of dy by dx. Now here we will apply the product rule, that is keep the first of one, that is the dy by dx bracket square as it is, and the derivative of x square minus 1, which is the 2x. On the right hand side, the derivative of the 16y square, that is a 2 into 16 into y. Derivative of y square is a 2y into dy by dx. That is a 2 into 16 into y into dy by dx. And next we'll cancel on the both sides, that is 2 times the dy by dx. Cancellation on the both sides, and then we'll get that is in bracket x square minus 1 into dy by dx plus x into dy by dx is equals to 16y. And that is nothing but the 4 square, and the value of the m is equals to 4. Now we'll see the next example. Now next example is from the integration. That is integral sin theta plus 2 cos theta upon 3 sin theta plus 4 cos theta. Now this is the example of the type. That is the numerator is equals to a into denominator plus derivative of the plus b into derivative of the denominator of this type, and then we will solve the values of a and b. We will find out the value of a. That is, this is numerator sin theta plus 2 cos theta is equals to a 3 sin theta plus 4 cos theta plus b d theta, that is the 3 sin theta plus 4 cos theta. Now what is the derivative of that? Is a 3 sin theta, a 3 sin theta plus 4 cos theta as it is. Derivative of the sin theta is a cos theta and the cos theta is a minus sin theta. And find out the terms, the coefficient of the sin theta and the cos theta on the left and right hand sides. And afterward, that is the sin theta is equals to 2 cos theta. On the right hand side, we collect the sin theta terms, that is nothing but the 3a minus 4b sin theta plus 4a plus 3b cos theta and equate it. The coefficient of sin theta is here is 1, that is the 3a minus 4b is equals to 1, and the coefficient of the cos theta 4a plus 3b is equals to 2. Now solve these two simultaneous equations which are in the variable a and b. That is the 3a minus 4b is equals to 1, equation number 1, 4a plus 3b equals to 2. Multiply equation number 1 by 3 and the 2 by 4, and adding these two equations, then you will get the value of the a is equals to 11 upon 15. Now put these values in any one of these equations, that is equation number 2, you will get the value of the a. That is after substitution, that is a 4 in bracket 11 upon 25 plus 3b is equals to 2. That is a 3b is equals to 2 minus 44 upon 25. That is after simplification you will get 2 upon 25. Therefore, this numerator is written as, that is sin theta plus 2 cos theta. That is a. This is the a term and this is the b terms. Now we want to find out the value of the a and b, and next, that is, I solve these examples. That is, here we record only the value of the a and b. The problem sent there, but I had solved this example totally. That is, the value of the a is 11 upon 25 and the value of the b is a 20. b is equals to 2 upon 25. Now next example. Now next example is from the trigonometry, that is the inverse functions are there. Sin inverse of 1 upon root 2 minus 3, sin inverse of root 3 upon 2 upon whole divided by tan inverse of 1 upon 2 plus tan inverse of 1 upon 3. Now we will find out the value of that is the sin inverse of 1 upon root 2, that is equals to alpha, and its values lies between minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Sin inverse, that is the sin of alpha is equals to 1 upon root 2, that is it's nothing but the pi by 4. Next, sin inverse of in bracket 1 upon root 2 is equals to pi by 4. Sin inverse of root 3 upon 2, that is equals to beta, and again its values lying between minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. That is the sin of beta is equals to root 3 upon 2, and the angle is nothing but the pi by 3. Therefore, the numerator, the value of the numerator, that is the sin inverse of 1 by root 2 minus 3 sin inverse of root 3 upon 2. Now next, the value of the numerator is a pi by 4 minus 3 in bracket pi by 3. This 3 get cancelled. That is equals to minus 3 pi by 4. Next is the denominator, that is a tan inverse of 1 by 2 plus tan inverse of 1 upon 3. This again very interesting, that is the tan inverse of a plus tan inverse of b. That is nothing but the tan inverse in bracket a plus b upon 1 minus a into b. In the same way, that is the tan inverse of in bracket 1 upon 2 plus 1 by 3 upon 1 minus 1 upon 2 into 1 by 3. And after the simplification, you are getting the tan inverse of 5 by 6 upon 5 by 6. That is the tan inverse of 1, that is nothing but the pi by 4. And therefore, the denominator you are getting the pi by 4, and the numerator you are getting the minus 3 pi by 4, and that is equals to minus 3, and hence the option B is the correct one. Now next question is from the continuity, that is for what value of the k, the function defined by the f of x is equals to 3 raised to x plus 2 minus 81 upon 9 raised to x minus 9 raised to 2, x is not equals to 2, is continuous at x is equals to 2. Then find the value of the k, that is f of 2 is equals to k. The given function is continuous. This is very simple problem, that is a limit x tends to 2 f of x, limit x tends to 2. That is a 3 raised to x plus 2 minus 81, and it can be written as, that is the limit x tends to 2, 3 raised to 2, 3 raised to x minus 9 into 9. That is a 3 raised to 2 bracket raised to x minus 3 raised to 2 brackets. Now this can be taken the 9 as common, then you will get the 3 raised to x minus 9 upon 3 raised to x minus 9 into 3 raised to x plus 9. And afterwards, that is a 3 raised to x minus 9 numerator and denominator get cancelled, then limit x tends to 2. That is a 9 upon 3 raised to x plus 9. As limit x tends to 2, then it's a 3 square, and hence the answer is a 9 upon 9 plus 9. That is a 9 upon 18, that is equals to 1 upon 2. And hence the value of the k is equals to Here is the value of the k is equals to 1 upon 2. Now next question number 21. That x square y square is equals to tan inverse in under root of x square plus y square and the cot inverse in under root of x square plus y square. Then find out the dy by dx. Now see this term, that is the tan inverse of theta plus cot inverse of theta. And its value is pi by 2. It's a very simple thing. That is x square plus y square. H value pi by 2. That is x square plus y square is equals to pi by 2. Differentiate on both sides with respect to x. Here apply the product rule, that is x square derivative of the y square is a 2y into dy by dx plus y square into derivative of the x square is a 2x equals to 0. Now next, that is a 2x square y into dy by dx plus 2xy square equals to 0. Therefore the x into dy by dx is equals to the minus y, and hence the dy by dx is equals to minus y upon x, and hence option C is the correct one. Now next example is from the properties of the definite integral, that is the integral minus pi by 4 to plus pi by 4 x cube sine of x raised to 4 dx. Now given function f of x is equals to x cube sine of x bracket raised to 4, f of minus x is equals to minus x bracket cube sine of minus x bracket raised to 4, that is equals to minus x raised to 3 sine of x raised to 4. Therefore the f of x is equals to f of minus x is equals to the minus f of x, because the sine of function is order function. That is the sine of minus theta is a minus sine theta, and the cos of minus theta is a cos theta, and the cos is one function. Therefore from this f of x is an odd function. Therefore the minus integral minus pi by 4 to plus pi by 4 x cube sine of x raised to 4 dx equals to 0, and that is a 0 is the answer. Hence the option C is the correct one. Now next problem is from the indefinite integral, that is I is equals to integral in bracket 1 plus log of x bracket square upon 1 plus log of x plus 1 to the base x plus log of root x to the base x bracket square. Now its integral is, let I is equals to integral 1 plus log of x bracket square upon 1 plus log of x plus 1 to the base x, that is log of x, and this x raised to x plus 1 log of x raised to root x and bracket square. Now here is again the power of this log of x raised to x plus 1, that is it can be written as, that is integral 1 plus log of x and bracket square. This divided by the 1 plus x plus 1 into log of x plus, here is a power, that is the log of m raised to n, that is it can be written as n into log of n. In the same way, that is a 1 plus in bracket x plus 1 log of x plus root x log of x bracket square, and therefore it can be again written as, that is a 1 plus x log x plus x log of x bracket square. Now see this again, that is we can split up into two brackets in this manner. Now here is integral, that is a 1 plus log of x bracket square upon 1 plus log of x plus x log of in bracket 1 plus log x. Now take the 1 plus log x as a common, that is 1 plus log x in the next bracket 1 plus x log x. That is the 1 plus log x, 1 plus log x get cancelled, that is the integral 1 plus log x upon 1 plus x log x dx. Now again solve this integral by the method of the substitution, that is to the denominator 1 plus x log x is equals to t, and the differential on the both sides, that is a 0 plus 1 log of x plus x dot 1 upon x dx is equals to dt. That is the 1 plus log of x into dx is equals to dt. Therefore I is equals to integral dt upon t, and that is equals to log of mod of t plus c, and therefore I is equals to log of mod of 1 plus x log of mod of x plus c. Therefore the option B is the correct one. That is option B is the correct one, that is the log of mod of 1 plus x log of x plus c. Now next, now the question number 24, the degree and the order of the differential equation, that is in root of 1 plus 1 upon dy by dx bracket square is equals to d2y by dx square bracket raised to 3 by 2. Then what is the degree and the order of this differential equation? The given differential equation is the in root of 1 plus 1 upon dy by dx bracket square is equals to d2y by dx square raised to 3 by 2. The squaring on the both sides, then you will get, that is the 1 plus 1 upon dy by dx bracket square is equals to d2y by dx square and bracket raised to 3. And after the simplification, then you will get, that is the dy by dx bracket square plus 1 is equals to d2y by dx square bracket raised to 3 into dy by dx bracket square. And therefore the order, that is the degree is 3 and the order is 2, and hence the option A is correct. Now the question number 25. If the line R bar, that is R bar is equals to I cap minus 2j cap plus 3k cap plus lambda in bracket 2I cap plus j cap plus 2k cap is a parallel to the this plane, that is R bar in bracket 3I cap minus 2j cap plus mk cap equals to 10. Then find the value of this length. Now the given line is parallel to the vector, that is a B bar, which is equals to 2I plus j plus 2k, and the normal to the given plane is, that is a 3I minus 2j plus mk, and this is the value. If the line is parallel to the plane, then the normal to the plane is a perpendicular to this line, and hence the B bar is perpendicular to the N bar, and that is, therefore their dot product is 0, that is the B bar dot N bar is equals to 0. 2I cap plus j cap plus 2k cap dot in bracket 2I cap minus 2j cap plus mk cap equals to 0, and that is equals to 6 minus 2 plus 2m equals to 0, and m is equals to minus 2, and hence option D is the correct one, which is the value of that is a minus 2. Now next question. It is also from that is a application of integration, that the area of the given region bounded by the curve, that the y is equals to x square minus 3x and the line y is equals to 2x. Now this is the parabola. It is of the form y square is equals to 4by, and we can write it is like this, that is y square, x square is equals to 4by, that is y is equals to x square minus 3x, and it is of this type of the shape. The equation of the curve, now see this, that equation can be written as, that is x square minus 3x plus 9 by 4 is equals to y plus 9 by 4, that is x minus 3 by 2 bracket square is equals to y plus 9 by 4. It's a parabola with the vertex, that is a 3 by 2 minus 9 by 4, and it opens upward. To find the point of intersection of the curve, that is y is equals to x square minus 3x and the line y is equals to 2x, equating the values of the y from the both of the equations, that is we get x square minus 3x, that is equals to 2x. Substitute the value of the y is equals to 2x, and then you will get the value of the x is equals to 0 and x is equals to 5. These are the point of intersection. Now next, that is x is equals to 0 and x is equals to 5. When x is equals to 0, y is equals to 0, x is equals to 5, y is equals to 10. The point of intersection are O, 0, 0 and the B is a 5, 10. The curve y is equals to x square minus 3x cuts the x-axis at the O, 0, 0 and the C, 3, 0. The required area is the area of the region OAC, PD, EO. That is the area of the region, that is equals to OB, PEO minus area of the region, that is a CB, PDC plus area of the region OACO, that is, this is the region. That is, first of all find out this area of this curve and then subtract this and again add this area, then we will get the answer of this problem. Now area of the region OBPEO. Now we'll see this area OBPEO. O, B, P, O. This is the region, that is we will find out. Now to find out this area, see this, that is integral 0 to 5 y dx. Means what? The area below the line. This is the line. Area below the line. It is from 0 to 5. And therefore, you will get 0 to 5 to x dx, that is the 2. The integral of x is x square upon 2, 0 to 5. That is 25. These two get cancelled. The area of the region CBPDC, that is the area under the curve y is equals to x square minus 3x, and between x is equals to 3 and x is equals to 5. That is, its area is like this. This is the area. X is equals to 3 and x is equals to 5. That is area below this parabola. We subtract it. Now see this. Y is equals to x square minus 3x. 3 to 5. We find out this area and we make the subtraction. That is a 26 upon 3. X square minus 3x. its integral is x cube upon 3 minus 3x square upon 2. Lower limit is 3, upper limit is 5, and its value is at 26 upon 3. Now the area of the region OACO means this is the area. This is the area OACO. This is the area. We add this area. Now you will get. Again, it's a 0 to 3. That is a x square minus 3x dx, and find out its integral x cube upon 3 minus 3x square upon 2. Now its area is x cube upon 3 minus 3x square upon 2. The 9 minus 27 upon 2 minus 0, that is a minus 9 by 2. Since the area cannot be negative and its value is 9 by 2, therefore the required area, that is we add this area, that is a 25 minus 26 upon 3 plus 9 by 2, and after the simplification you will get 125 upon 6 square unit. Now the question number 27 is also easy one, that is if integral f of x upon e raised to x plus x raised to a dx, that is equals to 1 upon e into log of in mod of e raised to x plus x raised to e plus c, then what is f of x? Now here we have, that is the integral, that is the answer of this problem, ddx of 1 upon e log of mod of e raised to x plus x raised to e, and find out its derivative. That is the 1 upon e dot 1 upon e raised to x plus x raised to e. Derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x, and derivative of x raised to e, that is e into x raised to e minus 1. And after the simplification, that is you will get, that is e raised to minus 1 in bracket e raised to x plus e into e raised to e into e raised to x raised to e minus 1 upon e raised to x plus x raised to e, and that is the e raised to x minus 1 plus x raised to e minus 1 upon e raised to x plus x raised to e, and therefore the function is, that is f of x is equals to e raised to x minus 1 plus x raised to e minus 1, and hence the option B is the correct one. Now next question, that is it is from the equation of the plane, that is from a point P, A, B, C, perpendiculars, that is the P and the PB are drawn to the YZ and the ZX planes. Then the vector equation of the plane is, that is r bar dot in bracket BC I cap plus AC J cap minus AB K cap equals to 0. That is r bar in bracket AC J cap, I cap plus BC J cap minus AB K cap equals to 0. R bar dot in bracket AB I cap plus BC J cap minus AC K cap equals to 0. And the last option is r bar in bracket BC I cap plus AB J cap minus AC K cap equals to 0. Now PA and the PB are the perpendiculars drawn from the point P, A, B, C to the YZ and the ZX plane. The points are A, 0, BC, B, A, 0, C. The required plane is passing through the points, that is a 0, 0, 0, 0, A, 0, BC, B, 0, A, 0, C. Now the plane passes through these 3 points. We can form this. Now the vector equation of the plane passing through the point OAB, that is r bar dot in bracket OA bar cross OB bar equals to 0, OA bar cross OB bar, that is r bar in bracket OA bar cross OB bar, that is equals to 0. OA is nothing but the vector A bar is equals to O I cap plus BJ cap plus CK cap. OB means what? B bar, that is equals to AI cap plus 0J cap plus CK cap, and their cross product, that is the OA bar cross OB bar, that is IJ cap 0 BC A 0 C, and then you will get, that is a BCI plus ACJ minus ABK cap. The vector equation of the required plane is r bar dot in bracket BCI cap plus ACJ cap minus ABK cap equals to 0, and hence the option A is the correct one. That is it. A bar is equals to I cap plus 2J cap, B bar is equals to minus 2 I cap plus J cap, and the C bar is equals to 4 I cap plus 3J cap. And C can be written as, that is the XA bar plus YB bar. Then find out the value of X plus Y. Now A bar is given, B bar is given, C bar is given. Now C bar can be written as X A bar plus YB bar. And then equate the coefficient of X and Y. Then you will get the equations like this, that is X minus 2Y is equals to 4 and X 2X plus Y equals to 3. and then solve this equation. This is equation number 1 and equation number 2 multiplied with the 2 and add these two equations. That is x minus 2y equals to 4. This is multiplied with the 2. That is a 4x plus 2y equals to 6, and add these two equations. Then 5x is equals to the 10. Therefore x is equals to 2. Put x is equals to 2 in any one of these equations. You will get the value of y, which is minus 1, and hence option D is the correct one. Now integral a to b f of x upon f of x plus f of a plus b minus x dx. Now see this. What is it? So it's a value. Let I is equals to integral a to b f of x upon f of x plus f of a plus b minus x dx. Now see this by applying the property, that is a plus b, integral a to b f of a plus b minus x upon a plus b minus x plus f of x. This is equation number 2. Now adding these two equations, then you will get I plus I is equal to y integral a to b f of x upon f of x plus f of a plus b minus x dx plus a to b f of a plus b minus x upon f of a plus b minus x plus f of x dx. Now, if you add this, numerator and denominator both are same, then the integral a to b dx, that is the integral of the dx is x a to b, and that is the b minus a. Therefore 2i is equals to b minus a. Therefore I is equals to b minus a upon 2, and the hence option C is the correct one. Now next question is from the probability distribution. The probability distribution of the x is as follows. The values of the x are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and its probability is given here. Now find the probability that the p of capital S less than or equal to 5, conditionally that is x is the greater than 3. Now here is that is the value of the x, which is the less than or equal to 5, and their intersection is greater than 3. That is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and greater than 3 means what? 4, 5, 6. Their intersection is 4, 5. Therefore probability of the x less than or equal to 5 and their intersection with the probability of x greater than 3, that is equals to p of 4 plus p of 5, and therefore that is a probability of x less than or equal to 5 conditionally x is a greater than 3, that is it is a probability of x less than or equal to 5 intersection p of x greater than 3 upon p of x greater than 3. Now only substitute the value, then you will get the answer. That is 0.14 plus 0.23 upon 0.14 plus 0.23 plus 0.15, and overall you are getting the 0.37 upon 0.52, that is the 37 upon 52, that is equals to 0.71, and hence option B is the correct one. Now next question, the particular solution of the differential equation x square minus y square x dx minus x plus x square y into dy equals to 0 when x is equals to 2 and y is equals to 0 is. I will solve this differential equation. Take the x as common from these two terms and the y is common from these two terms. Now apply the variable separable method. Now here is the dx and here is it. We require here x, but 1 minus x square आपल्याला नको पाहिजे इथे आणि इथे काय नको पाहिजे तर 1 plus x square नको पाहिजे. Therefore divide on both sides by the 1 minus x square into 1 plus x square into 1 minus y square. Then you will get x upon 1 plus x square dx minus y upon 1 minus y square dy, and integrate on both sides. Then you will get that is a 2x upon 1 plus x square dx minus 2y upon 1 minus y square dy equals to 0. Integrating on both sides, that is integral 2x upon 1 plus x square dx plus integral minus 2y upon 1 minus y square dy is equals to c1. Now integrating on both sides, that is the integral f dash of x upon f of x is equals to log of mod of f of x plus c. The general solution, that is a log of mod of 1 plus x square plus log of 1 minus y square is equals to log of c, where c1 is equals to log of c. Substitute value. Here is a log of their sum, therefore log of their product, that is a log of in mod of 1 plus x square in next bracket 1 minus y square is equals to log of c. Cancel on both sides, that is log get cancelled, and we require here particular solution. Then what is the particular solution when x is equals to 2 and y is equals to 0? Substitute the value of x and y. then you will get the value of the C, which is the 5. Therefore, the particular solution is 1 plus x square in first bracket, second bracket 1 minus y square is equals to 5, and hence option A is the correct one. The vector area of the quadrilateral ABCD is, now this is the quadrilateral ABCD. The vectors are like this, that is A to B, B to D, and again here is a A to B and A to C. By the triangle law of the addition, that is the AD is equals to, what is meant by the AD? That is AD is equals to AB plus DB, BD. And it implies that the AD minus AB is equals to the BD. The vector area of the quadrilateral is equals to the area of the triangle ABC plus area of the triangle ACB. Now what about their areas? That is the 1 upon 2 AB into AC plus 1 upon 2 AC into AD. Therefore, this can be written as, that is 1 upon 2. Into means what? It is a cross product. That is 1 upon 2 in bracket minus AC bar cross AB bar plus AC bar cross AD bar. And that is, take the, that is equals to 1 upon 2 AC bar cross in bracket AB bar plus AD bar. And that's why, that is, you will get 1 upon 2 AC bar cross the BD bar. That is the value of the minus AB bar plus AD bar. That is a 1 upon 2 AC bar cross BD bar, and hence option B is the correct. Now next, if x sin of x is the integrating factor of the linear differential equation, that is the dy by dx plus dy is equals to 0. And what is the value of this p? That is the integral factor, that is equals to e raised to integral b dx. But it is a x sin x is equals to e raised to integral b dx. Now here, that is a log of in mod of x plus sin x is equals to integral b dx, differentiate on both sides, that is equals to 1 upon 2 x sin x into derivative of the x sin x, x cos x plus sin x equals to p. Therefore, the value of the p is x sin x plus x cos x upon x sin x, and hence the option D is the correct one, that is a sin x plus x cos x upon x sin x. Now next question. The area of the triangle formed by the lines x square minus y square is equals to 0 and the line x plus 8 equals to 0 is. Area of the triangle formed by the lines x square minus y square is equals to 0 and the line x plus 8 equals to 0 is. Now see this, this is the equation of the lines, that is x square minus y square is equals to 0. It means that we have the two lines, that is x minus y in first bracket, x plus y in second bracket, x minus y is equals to 0 and x plus y is equals to 0. Therefore, these are the two lines bisecting the angles between the coordinate axes. Now next, the equation of line x plus 8 equals to 0, then it must be the parallel to the y-axis and to the left side of the y-axis. Therefore, these are the points. Now its area is very simple, that is, if you see this, that is a distance, this distance is 8 and the point of intersection of this line x is equals to, put x is equals to 8 and then you will get y is equals to 8, and this for 8 plus 8, that is the 16, and the height is also 8, and we can find out the area of the triangle, that is the area of the triangle AOB is equals to 1 upon 2 length AB into length OC, that is 1 upon 2 16 into 8, and that is equals to 64 square unit, and hence option D is the correct one. Now next, question number 36, a fair coin is tossed 8 times, then the probability that it shows the head at least once. That is, here the x is equals to the number of the heads, p is equals to probability of the getting the heads, that is p is equals to 1 upon 2 and q is equals to 1 minus t, that is equals to 1 upon 2. Therefore, x follows the binomial distribution, n is equals to 8, x follows the binomial distribution, the value of the n is 8 and p is 1 upon 2. The probability of mass function is given as, that is, p of capital X is equal to small x, p of x is equals to n6, p raised to x, q raised to n minus x. That is, a p of x is equals to n cx 1 upon 2 raised to x 1 upon 2 8 raised to 1 upon 2 raised to 8 minus x. The values of the x are 0, 1, 2, 3 up to that. That is, a p is getting the head at least once. Means what? The p of capital X is greater than or equal to 1. Therefore, we find out that is the 1 minus p of capital X is equals to 0. That is the 1 minus p of 0. That is 1 minus 8C0, 1 upon 2 raised to 0 and 1 upon 2 raised to 8 minus 0, and that's it. The value is 1 minus 1 upon 256, and that is 255 upon 256. It's very simple problem. That is, the option A is the correct one. That is 255 upon 256. Now next, the principal solution of the cot of x is equals to minus root 3. The given solution is the cot of x is equals to minus root 3. This can be considered as tan of x is equals to minus 1 upon root 3. Now we have that is a tan of pi by 6 is equals to the 1 by root 3, and by using the allied angles, that is the tan of pi minus x is equals to minus tan x, and the tan of 2 pi minus x is equals to minus tan x. Now the value of that x is pi by 6, and now simplify. That is a minus tan of pi by 6 is equals to tan of pi minus pi by 6, and that is equals to minus 1 by root 3. Therefore, and that is a minus tan of pi by 6 is equals to the tan of 2 pi minus pi by 6, that is equals to minus 1 upon root 3. That is equals to the tan of 5 pi by 6 is equals to the minus 1 upon root 3 tan of 11 pi by 6. Therefore, the value of x is 5 pi by 6 and 11 pi by 6 are the principal solutions of the given equations, and hence option D is the correct one, which is 5 pi by 6 and the 11 pi by 6 is very simple. If the vector AB bar is equals to 3i cap plus 4j cap and AC is a 3i cap minus 2j cap plus 4k are the sides of the triangle ABC, then the length of the median through A is root of 18, root of 72, root of 33 and root of 288. Now this is a triangle, that is a triangle ABC, AD is their median. That is AB bar is equals to 3i cap plus 4k cap and the AC. Now here is the vector AB bar equals to 3i cap plus 4j cap, and the AC bar is equals to 5i cap minus 2j cap plus 4k. The coordinates of the A are 0, 0, B are the 3, 0, 4, and the C is 5 minus 2, 4. These are their coordinates. Therefore, now let the D is the midpoint of the BC. We can find out the coordinate of the BC. Point D by using the midpoint. Then the AD is the median through the point A, then by the midpoint formula you are getting the 4 minus 1 and the 4. Therefore, AD is equals to 4i minus a plus 4k cap. Therefore, the mod of AD bar is equals to 16. That is 4 square plus 1 square plus 4 square. That is 16 plus 1 plus 16. That is the root of 33. And the option C is the correct one. Now the question number 39. If A is equals to the matrix, that is a 4 minus 1 minus 1k, such that a square minus 6a plus 7i equals to 0, then what is the value of the k? It's a very simple one. That a square minus 6a plus 7i equals to 0. That is here a square means what? A into a minus 6 into a plus 7i, and substitute. That is the product of this a into a, that is a 4 into 4, and the minus 1 into minus 1, that is the plus 1. It becomes 70, and the first row, first column, first row, second column, that is the minus 4 and the plus k, that is the minus 4 and the minus k. Then the second row and the first column, that is the minus 4 and minus k, and the next is a plus 1 and the plus k square. And after the multiplication, then you will get that the value of the k is equals to 2, and which is the C option is the correct one. This is a very simple problem. You can form their multiplications. Now next question, the negation of the proposition, that is the negation of P or Q implies negation of the R is, which is, now from there is the negation, that is a, here we apply the negation to the negation of P or Q implies negation of the R. That is the negation of P is a P, and this R becomes the and the negation of in bracket Q implies to the negation of the R becomes, that is a Q, and the negation of R, and the negation of the negation R is the R, and that is nothing but the P and in bracket Q and R, and hence the option A is the correct one. Now here is question number 41, that is if P is orthocenter and the Q is a circumcenter and the G is the centroid of a triangle ABC, then the QP bar is equals to. Now see this, the ABC triangle, there is the P is a orthocenter, G is a centroid, and the Q is a circumcenter. Then see this, that is this G divides PQ in the ratio 2:1. Let P bar and the G bar be the position vectors of the orthocenter P and the centroid G with respect to the circumcenter. That's the Q of a triangle. Then QP bar is equals to P bar, QG bar is equals to the small g bar. As the Q, G, P are the collinear and the G divides the QP, then you will get, therefore G bar is equals to P bar plus 2Q bar upon 1 plus 2, and that is equals to P bar plus 0 upon 3, that is the P bar upon 3. Therefore the 3G bar is equals to P bar, and this is nothing but the QG bar, 3QG bar plus QG bar, and that is option A is the correct one. Now next, the inverse of the statement pattern, that is a P or Q implies P and Q is. That is the negation of this statement. It can be written as, that is the negation of the P or Q implies the P and Q. It can be written as the negation of the P or Q implies the negation of the P and Q. And after the negation, that is, you will get negation of P and negation of the Q implies negation of P or negation of the Q, and hence the option D is the correct one. Now next question, the general solution of the equation 4 cos square x is equals to 1 is, the general solution of this cos square theta is equals to cos square alpha is, that is the theta is equals to n pi plus or minus alpha, where n belongs to n. Now what is our equation? That is the 4 cos square x is equals to 1, therefore cos square x is equals to 1 by 4. That is 1 upon 2 bracket square, and it can be written as cos square x is equals to cos of pi by 3 bracket square, and that is a cos square is equals to cos square x is equals to cos square pi by 3. Therefore here alpha is pi by 3. Now replace this alpha here, that is a x is equals to n pi plus or minus pi by 3, where n belongs to z, and hence option A is a correct one. Now the question number 44, the shaded part of the given figure indicates the visible region. This is a region, and if you see this, which equation satisfies this visible region, it's clear that if we substitute here, that is the 0 side of this equation, x is equals to 0, y is equal to 0 is greater than 0, not satisfied. Not satisfied, but this is the satisfied, and this is the total satisfied. The equation, that is the option C is the correct one. That is the x and y both are greater than or equal to 0, and y minus x is less than or equal to 2, and 4x plus 3y less than or equal to 12. That is the option C is the correct one. Now the question number 45, if the lines x minus 1 upon 2, y plus 1 upon 3, z minus 1 upon 4, and the x minus 3 upon 1, y minus k upon 2, z upon 1 intersect, then find the coordinate of the point. Now as these two lines are intersecting, it is of the form, that is x minus x1 upon L1, y minus y1 upon M1, z minus z1 upon M1, and x minus x2 upon L2, y minus y2 upon M2, z minus z2 upon M2. They intersect, then you will have, that is x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. Now L1, M1, N1, L2, M2, N2, substitute the values equals to 0. That is the given equation is x minus x1 upon 2, and next is a y plus 1 upon 3, z minus 1 upon 4, and x minus 3 upon 1, y minus k upon 2, z upon 1. These are the equations. Now here we have the values, that is x1 is equals to 1, y1 is equals to minus 1, z1 is equals to 1. x2 is 3, y2 is k, and z2 is k. L2 is 2, L1 is 2, M1 is 3, N1 is 4. L2 is 1, M2 is 2, N2 is 1. And since the line intersect, then we will get, that is a 2, k plus 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1 equals to 0. And solve this determinant, then you will get the value of the k is equals to 9 upon 2, and the hence option D is a correct one. Now next question number 46, if the matrix 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 2 into x is equals to 2, 2 minus 5, minus 2 minus 1, 4, 1, 0 minus 1, then what is the value of the x? Now to find out the value of the x, we have like this, make this determinant, make this matrix in the unit matrix, then we can find out the value of the x. That is, operations are like this, that is R2 minus 2 times R1 makes it 0, and R3 minus R1 makes it a 0. Then after that, that is, make this element, that is a minus 1, it's a plus 1, and makes this minus 1 as a plus 1. Now next, by the operation R1 plus 5 times R3 and the R2 minus 4 times R3, then you will get 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 into x, that is equals to minus 5 2 3 2 minus 3 2 and the 1 2 minus 4, and here the value of the x is, that identity to x is x, therefore x is equals to minus 5 2 3 2 minus 3 2 and 1 2 minus 4, and hence option A is the correct one. This is also simple, that is it is from the vector. If the vectors I cap minus 2j cap plus k cap and the 2i cap minus 5j cap plus pk cap and the 3i cap minus 9j cap plus 4k cap are the coplanar, then the value of the p. That's the first A, B, C. As they are coplanar, therefore their box product is 0. That's the 1 minus 2, 1, 2 minus 5p, 5 minus 9, 4, and form their products, and that's equals to 0. Therefore the value of the p is equals to 3. Therefore the p is equals to 3. That is the option B is the correct one. Now next question is from the probability, that is the probability of the hitting the target in any shot is a 0.2. If the 10 shots are fired and find the probability that the target will be hit at least twice. Now see this, x is equals to the number of the shot hitting the target, p is the probability that the target hit the shot. That is the p is equals to 0.2 means for 1 upon 5, and q is equals to, that is 1 minus 1 upon 5, that is the 4 by 5. Now next, n is equals to 10x follows the binomial distribution 10 and 1 upon 5. The probability mass function of the x is given as p of x, capital X is equals to small x, n c x, p raised to x, q raised to n minus x. That is the p of x is equals to the 10 cx, 1 upon 5 raised to x, 4 by 5 raised to 10 minus x. That is the target will be hit at least twice. That is the p of capital X is greater than or equal to 2. Therefore, it means that we find the probability, that is the 1 minus p of x is equals to 0 and p of x is equals to 1. And the substitute value, that is the 1 minus 1 into 4 by 5 raised to 10 plus 10, that is a 1 upon 5 into 4 by 5 bracket is to 9. And this is very simple one, that is a one thing is a common here, that is a 4 by 9 is a common here, that is 1 minus 4 by 5 plus 2, and after the simplification 5 into 2, that is a 10 plus 14 upon 5, that is 1 minus 14 upon 5 into 4 upon 5 bracket is to 9, hence the option A is the correct one. The maximum value of the objective function z is equals to 3x plus 2y for the linear constant, that is x plus y less than or equals to 7 and 2x plus 3y less than or equals to 16, for x is greater than or equal to 0 and y is greater than or equals to 0, is which is that value. Now this is the graph of this equation, and substitute their point of intersection, that is the feasible region is OA, B, C, O. This is region at the point 0, you have the value 0, and next points are at the point A, that is a 0, 16 upon 3, the value of the z is a 32 upon 3. At the point B, it is a 5 2, that is a 3x plus 2y. Substitute the x is equals to 5 and y is equals to 2, that is a 19. And at the point C, it is 7 0, the value is a 21. Therefore, the maximum value is a 21, that is a option B is a correct one. Now the question number 50, it is from the logic, that is a circuit. The symbolic form of the given switching circuit is equivalent to, which is that is S1, S2 dash, S1 dash, S2, S1 dash and S2 dash. Now see this, the given circuit in the symbolic form can be written as, now these all three are in the parallel positions, therefore we apply the OR. The first is P and negation Q, or negation of P and Q, or the negation of P and the negation of the Q. Now simplify this. Using the laws of the logic you have, that is the P and negation of Q, or negation of P and Q, or the negation of P and the negation of Q. That is, this is the first bracket. Now solve these two brackets. Here the negation of P is common here, therefore by the distributive, that is the negation of P and Q, or negation of Q. The value of this is a true, and there is a negation of P and T is a negation of P here. And again distribute their negation of P over this, and that is a P, or negation of the P, and negation of Q, or negation of Q here. The value of this is the length of the t and in bracket negation of q or negation of p, and hence let's answer is that is the negation of q or the negation of p, and it can be written as the negation of p or the negation of the q, and that is the option D is correct. Now या प्रकारे आपण हा प्रॅक्टिस पेपर पूर्ण केलेला आहे. निश्चितच तुम्हाला तो आवडेल. या प्रकारे तुम्ही पेपरचा सराव करा. निश्चितच तुम्हाला मॅथमॅटिक्स मध्ये जास्तीत जास्त मार्क्स मिळतील. पण माझं एक ओपिनियन आहे की आपलं रेग्युलर टेक्स्ट बुक जास्तीत जास्त प्रमाणात तुम्ही फॉलो करायला पाहिजे, आणि त्यातूनच मी हा सर्व पेपर हा सेट केलेला आहे. एखादा दुसरा क्वेश्चन आउट ऑफ टेक्स्ट बुक हा येऊ शकतो, परंतु आपण वेगळ्या इलिमिनेशन मेथड्स वगैरे जर अप्लाय केला तर त्याचं देखील तुम्हाला आन्सर मिळू शकेल. मी अजून पुढचे पेपर्स काढणार आहे, निश्चितच तुम्हाला ते आवडतील. तर त्याचबरोबर विद्यार्थी मित्रो, तर हा माझा व्हिडिओ तुम्हाला ही प्रश्नपत्रिका जर आवडली तर त्याला लाईक करा, त्याचबरोबर तुमच्या मित्रांना सांगा, आणि निश्चितच सबस्क्राईब पण करा की निश्चितच मला ते समजेल की तुम्हाला आवडते की नाही आवडतं, या गोष्टी मला ते समजतील. तरी आपण दुसऱ्या पुढची प्रश्नपत्रिका येईपर्यंत मी आता तुम्हाला गुड बाय करतो. विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट.